What's up, everybody? It's Mew. We got another Gen 7 OU today. We're going to be using Mega Ampharos. And here's the team. I'm going to show the team. I got Specs Ampharos. I'm using Z-Fly Lando. We got Specs Gren, Megalodius, Choice Scarf, Staraptor, and Picky Berry, Zagarde. And here's the team. Here's the first team that I played earlier with this team. And as my opponent leads off with Keldeo, I'm going to lead off Staraptor. I'm going to sack actually my Staraptor for Magnezone just because Keldeo actually is a threat, Scarfed or Specs. It just does a lot of damage. Specs Keldeo is a threat, and I didn't want Scarf Keldeo catching me off guard. I'm going to fire off 1,000 arrows onto his switch into Zygarde as I hard switch into Latios, which currently is like in most of my games I've been playing recently has gotten toxic every single match for some reason. But of course he goes for the Protect, which I should have known because he is leftovers Landorus. As my opponent switches into the Latios, I switch back out my Landorus just because it takes a hit and it does a lot of damage, as well as it covers the mag check. He switched back into Landorus. See, I went for a Z-Fly because it one-hit KOs everything neutrally, and I mean, it just needed chip off on Landorus. That helped out a lot, honestly, in general. And my opponent didn't really have many water checks once he lost his main water resist, which was Latios. And Mag, I'm pretty sure wasn't an Assault Vest set. But I am toxic. My Greninja is toxic, so that is a problem. Fire off some damage onto this Keldeo, which is his first water resist, but his main water resist is Latios, and Latios is no good once it takes too much damage. I fire off another Hydro Pump. Mag can't take it. Mag cannot take 2 on the switch in. If he would have sacked him on and brought it in, he would have been fine. That activates my Battle Bond, but it does not matter because residual toxic damage. But at this point, I know what I need to win, and I want to win the game with Specs Ampharos in the back. My opponent goes for the Protect as I drop the Draco, so I mean, I should have known because he wants to, you know, rack up as much toxic damage. Dugtrio doesn't really serve my opponent too much as any help in this game, so he decides to sack that off. And as he switches into Latios, see, and at this point I thought Latios was Scarf because of the way he had it in and switched it out, but it was not. I asked my opponent if it was a store power set, and they told me I just went Speed Tie, so I assumed. And I did not need Latios anymore, so I went ahead and sacked it just so I can get the easy switch into Ampharos as my opponent doubles back out. And I am Specs, so I just go ahead and go for Dragon Pulse just to go for as much damage as possible. It's the only reason why I did not go for Thunder. I really wanted to go for Thunder. As I predict the switch into Landorus on my opponent's Earthquake, he gets off the Protect just for more damage. Since I know he's Protect, I go for Fly. I mean, he should have known I was going to go for Fly just because I used Z-Fly earlier. As he goes back into Keldeo, don't want to risk anything crazy. I didn't want to hard switch to Zygarde and get a Scald Burn just because in case, like I said, it was Specs and it crit me, or Specs one-hit KOs. I haven't done the calcs. I want to make sure I was good. And that was my opponent's last Pokemon. And we'll go into the next team. Now, the one problem I have with this team is Mega Venusaur walls my entire team. I'm not running Hurricane on Pelipper. I thought U-turn would be more important to pivot and, you know, assert dominance. But we'll just jump into this battle. Now, as my opponent leads Heatran for some reason, and I got his Rain Squad, I expected him to switch. So I noticed he has Hidden Power Electric, and his team is looking very similar to a team Thunder Blunder was coming up with. You guys should check him out on YouTube. I watch him too. But shout out to him. But anyway, as my opponent brings in this freaking Venusaur, yeah, like I said, the one thing that walls my whole team, my idea at this point, since my Excadrill was Scarf, I'm just gonna let you guys know that right now, was to pretty much trap Venusaur in, try to get out some Toxic Spites, send out something that threatened Venusaur and Gengar, and try to get everything else poisoned pretty much. So I was going to go into my Excadrill, but I needed to get damage off with Kingdra. So I only used Kingdra because it was not much else I could do, just because Venusaur walled my entire team and he was going to be very stubborn about it. So I decided to get off as much chip as possible with it. And then I bring in Excadrill. So my best bet is to pretty much try to get a 1 in 3 chance to flinch him. And he gets back a lot of damage on Giga Drain, but it's neutral. And I actually get the flinch on the second hit, and the third hit's going to kill him. And that's Venusaur gone, more better than I thought. And I'm Scarf, so I'm going to stay in. But I find out that it's Tapu Lele Scarf, so I'm able to just go ahead and go for the Iron Head, and I resist the Moonblast. I've been switching out and predicting, so of course you would expect it. And I wanted to switch out, but I'm pretty sure Iron Head might have been a roll if it killed Gengar, unless he was running defensive investment. But as well as Excadrill did his job. Excadrill did his job, and I didn't think I was gonna I thought I was gonna have way more, a harder time because of Venusaur. I was gonna lose because of Venusaur. But I go ahead and agility up with Mega Ampharos, Mega Ampharos, and we're breaking the game with hitting Power Ice and Thunder, Greninja and Lando. This Mons, my opponent pretty much thought, weren't gonna give him any problem. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.